Brutal Alexander Clack, a former prison officer, 40, killed Nixiann Downes-Clack in June 2014 after she discovered he had an affair with a 17-year-old babysitter and threatened to leave him. He had savagely beaten her before strangling her with their daughter, aged 2, watching on. The heartless beast then dumped Nixiann's lifeless body in Grenada, where the pair had been living after they relocated from Kent in 2009. But despite being sentenced to 67 years and 6 months in prison, Clack is now free to go after his lawyer claimed it was impossible for his client to appeal his sentence because a court computer with the murder trial transcript had been lost. Clack's lawyer Anselm Clouden said. Mr. Clack was overjoyed. I understand the British High Commission assisted in arrangements to fly him home. But tragic Nixiann's devastated aunt Kim Smigluska, 45, told The Sun she was horrified. She asked, how could they release someone on such a flimsy technicality when he is guilty of such evil and clearly a danger to women? Now he's got away with murder and is heading this way. Nixiann called me on June 16, 2014, saying she wanted a divorce, remembered Kim. I hoped with his awful betrayal, Alex's spell had finally been broken and Nixiann would leave him. But when our call ended, I felt worried and texted her saying, be careful. I am really scared he's going to do something really bad to you. The next day, on her 5th wedding anniversary, Nixiann was due to meet her mum. When she didn't show up, her family frantically called her mobile, but got no answer. Linda even tried Alex, who said he didn't know where his wife was. Instinct told me something terrible had happened to Nixiann, Kim said. Tragically, she was right. Nixiann's body was found 5 days later, and Alex was arrested and charged with non-capital murder. He had flown into an angry rage after collecting his wife from work when she had threatened to leave him. Back at the house, he'd beaten her black and blue before strangling her in front of their 2-year-old daughter. Then he'd shoved her lifeless body into a suitcase, driving it to a hilltop overlooking Grenada's picturesque capital St. George's. There, he'd buried the case in a 3-foot-deep ditch. The court heard how he had cheated on her, seducing their 17-year-old babysitter in their marital bed. At his trial at Grenada High Court in November last year, he pleaded not guilty to non-capital murder. I felt sick to my stomach, thinking of how Nixiann must have suffered. How traumatized Anna must have been. Kim said. The man was a monster. An old pal of convicted Clack admitted the decision defies belief and added. Even before the murder he had been involved in domestic violence involving calls to the police. Rest in peace Nixiann Downes-Clack and condolences to the family and loved ones.